videos, bro. Like, they act like I'm a hater all day, bro. If I'm monetizing a fishing video, it doesn't matter what I say. Any other video, it's like, yeah, bro, it should be America for Americans, like every other country is for every other country. Oh no, that's racist. Like, bro, nobody's saying you can't come visit. I don't know why. I'll never understand it. I will never understand that shit. I think people are on some bullshit, bro. A lot of the times, there's mad people on some. It's worthwhile. Start having pain of their own. They don't like it because they thought they would live forever. If that stuff is good to have because it is fresh though in a can, you know. Grand's biscuits. You don't have to like. You don't have to worry about the bread getting all moldy. I'm sure you could eat it past the date too, like every other canned food. Ain't that crazy how you need? Put some clothes on. Like, bro, you tell me put some clothes on to save money on the heat, but you won't tell motherfuckers put some clothes on because the kid feels uncomfortable. Like, you're nuts. You are bugged out motherfuckers, bro. A lot of these people are bugged out to me. They don't even know what the fuck they want, bro. Like, they really don't. Out of society, out of life. How can I afford life, bro? Smart people don't procreate more than twice if they don't got the money. I guess it's not supposed to be a secret, you know? For all them, they're on some bullshit with you all the time. Kind of weird, you know? Like, oh, you're not allowed to say that. Like, says who? Like, the censorship is getting out of control, bro. I've been saying that since I'm a kid. Like, yo, it's the same shit we've been fighting for since back then. Are you really winning? Are you gaining any traction? Like, what do you even? Just say it. Who cares if they demonetize you? You're shilling for a fucking company that wants to see you fail. It's kind of stupid, bro. Kind of dumb if you ask me. But I know nobody asks me. I don't like getting all this fucking meat all the time, bro. It's good to have some bacon, right? Beef bacon, pork bacon, whatever, chicken sausage, pork, so whatever, bro. Whatever your preference is. When the beef bacon's on sale, it's the same price as the pork bacon. The decent cut, bro. You're getting this bullshit. But then if I get a cheap steak, now I'm poisoning myself. Like, bro, it says grass fed. It's under $10. What's the big deal, bro? To get a steak, throw it in the freezer, son. You wrap it up in saran wrap and throw it in the freezer. skirt steak, bro. It's not that expensive. You know, you could. There are ways to cut the corner, and you still get healthy shit. You still have healthy food. You could cut the corner, bro. Kind of dumb. You want to go see the coroner, bro? Kind of dumb for that. I want to go see my maker before my time. So unbearable for you. Yes, they do. They don't even know it, but they do. They have no clue, bro. They act like they have no clue. At least I'm being sarcastic. Like, yeah, they have no idea what they're doing to you, right, bro? They know exactly what they're doing. You can't just keep apologizing to me, acting like I'm stupid. Like, yeah, I'm stupid for keep on forgiving the same shit over and over again. I know. I should give it a rest, bro, for real. You don't think I know about propaganda? Like, they use Randy Savage to propagandize you into eating Slim Jims. Like, look at the ingredients, bro. Beef, pork, mechanically separated chicken. Pest remains, they got ground up. Citric acid. You spared me the red 40 and the corn syrup solids, so that means you must care about my health. I don't expect them to care about my health, bro. I expect to care about my health, know my limits, know what I can get away with eating. Like, you know, that you got stomach problems from eating something, and everybody else is his fault now. Everybody else got to deal with it. That's why I'm realer, kid. I would go on the. You would not be able to do what I did, bro. For the money, you'd be bitching the most. No food in your stomach, so you could avoid some type of problem down the road. So difficult. You crying like you had no opportunity or some shit like that. When they're taking away all the opportunity now, you could see it, bro. Aren't you glad you're not a young kid? When they lock you down for your graduation, it's kind of grimy, bro. How would you feel about it? Unless you believed all the propaganda, because your mommy said so. Like, bro, I was thanking God I'm not a little fucking kid during that whole thing. Hey, during 9/11, at least they didn't make you take a fucking vaccine. You know what I mean? I could sit there. I was a little kid for that shit, but I remember it, bro. I remember smelling that shit. I'm glad I wasn't in Manhattan. You know, I'm glad I wasn't in Brooklyn. I still smelled it though, bro. That shit was nasty. I'll never forget that. I think about it all the time, bro. I don't need this time of year to come around for me to think about that. I think about that a lot. You know, you started seeing it too. It's like, what are you gonna do this nonstop every fucking year? Like, are they actually even your friend? Because most of my friends, I wanted to do it every year, post something for them. Now I just posted like, yeah, see, I was here, bro. I was there. When you wanted me out here, I was still trying to come out there a lot. Because that's where my tribe is, bro. That's where my people were. I've been trying to tell them the whole time, come out of her, my people. Like, bro, this is evil shit. You're building your own prisons. Like, this whole city is a prison for you to stay in. You be bitching about it all day, and then when you leave it, you want to go back. I was the same way when I first left. Now the only thing I miss is making money, bro. Some of the people and the job opportunities are there in the cities, bro. I can't afford to commute. That's the thing, bro. I can't. Any job I would have gotten in the city is the same shit I would have. It's the same pay I would get out here. That's why I was like, bro, I'm not commuting for a $12 an hour job, 15 English, bro. Hey, even out here, you want to claim this local job market? Like, bro, they got me training some dude that don't speak my language. They don't right there. That's ID enough that you don't need to ID me for my green card, even if I looked Hispanic, bro. Like, oh, my New York accent should be proof that I'm a native New Yorker. Because even if I came from another country, I learned English in New York, right? Yeah, that's why my language, that's fucking crazy to me. How you could call me mumbles and all this shit. But, well, I'm a New Yorker, bro. We speak fast. The whole word is one sentence. I mean, I sound so much because the accent is so thick when I get into rapping, when I get a little angry or something happened. I'm like, come on, bro, what the fuck? I get all New Yorkish. Believe me, bro. That's the part about me I don't like. I try to be polite and nice, but there's also that side to me, like, come on, bro, come on, come on, come on, come on. You're wasting my time. Come on, come on. And then all of a sudden, it won't get any. Like they put a block on these profiles, bro. Especially when you're saying something against the enemy. Like, bro, I'm not even thinking you're my enemy. You reveal yourself to be the enemy of mankind. Well, you think humans are gonna be friendly to you after you're like, fuck this place. I'm just gonna spray the sky every day. Fuck this place. Ah. Like, bro, boat is you, bro, but it's better than hating where I'm from all day. They would understand. That's how I feel about this city, because motherfuckers like that have no pity. Taking from you, bro. Taking, taking, taking. Like you have a job, right? And then you're taking more money from people who have already worked. Like we're working and paying tax into this shit, so people could allegedly have a leg up. That's what I used to use a food stamp for. Not to have an advantage, bro. Even if my job was off the books or on the books, I'd let that shit lapse. Like, oh, I don't need this anymore because I got a job. Duh. People in this world make me think I should have kept it that way. Like, yeah, I should keep my food stamps and work this off the books job. But then that's frauding the government, right? It's like a felony, isn't it? So I try not to be that way. I don't give them a reason to try to fuck with me, really. Like, bro, you're gonna fuck with me for my First Amendment now? Come on, son. You don't see what's going on? Yeah, come lock me down because I looked at something on the internet that's not even illegal. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. Excuse me for living. Excuse me for having a sin where I can't get over it sometimes. Excuse me for drinking a beer. You drink a lot. Like, no, I don't, bro. That's why I get drunk off 2 24 ounces because I don't drink a lot. That's why I get shit faced if I drink too much liquor, bro, because I don't drink a lot. If I drank a lot, I wouldn't get drunk off a little. You understand? Tolerance levels? Shouldn't have to explain this shit to some people, bro. Seems like they are evil sent to destroy me. Sometimes. It's like, are you there just to annoy me for real? Like you want to do some weird shit on me, I know. That's what it feels like. And you want me to feel bad that I don't want you to do it to me. How am I gonna feel bad that I don't want you to sacrifice me or put me on some type of karma loop or have me in a ritual? I ain't been watching this shit since I'm in middle school, basically, bro. In high school, I would get ridiculed for thinking they're all a bunch of Roman gladiators on the TV. Oh, you're just trying to be bland. Like, oh, maybe I just agree. You ever think I just agree, bro? With half of what they say? The conspiracy theory stuff is from them half of the time. from my era. They were the ones putting me up on the shit that you don't want to talk about. Look who was correct the whole time, though, bro. Let them have their religion. Let them bang on a drum in the woods. Like, God will show them what's good. You know what I mean? God will show them what's good. That's why I don't give a fuck on a baby, and you should let them go be a drag queen though, as long as they're not reading it to your children, right? So you should just let them go be that way. When they start targeting, so you could target me and call me crazy, but those people are fine. Like what? I was working during a fucking worker shortage for no pay raise, no benefits, no nothing, for to be called lazy later on. Like, bro, without me, your whole economy would have been gone. You know, without people like me, your whole shit would have collapsed a long time ago in 2023. To me, it already collapsed in 2001, but maybe it collapsed in 1913, son. Just saying. Just saying, bro. Maybe our whole country collapsed back in 1913 and you just been lit. Now you have this shit rocking off debt based usury, bailing out all these companies. Whether it's right or left wing, I'm against that shit, bro. I don't flip flop on my morals and ethics. I'm only against it when it's my team getting it done to me. That's why I don't have. That's why I don't play this game. Team sport politics. Like you're ruining it, bro. You're the reason why the whole world is gonna come against us because they think we're so stupid for this. Like you're going against your own morals and values all the time. So get in line, bro. Track and trace me for saying it. You know, get in line, bro. I'm on the level where the handlers will probably be fucking agreeing with you. You know, when they try to handle you, when they try to get you on some mind control shit, they probably are in league with you in some type of way. They're parallel to you. It's the same thing, bro. To lure somebody into a spot where they don't belong. Am I trying to hurt somebody? Am I trying to steal from them? Am I trying to commit fraud? Am I trying to work for anybody except the Lord? Oh, that's the one you want to track and trace me for. I know. And then I just sound like victimhood 2.0. Good thing I know that the Pope wears a tiny hat, bro. Good thing I know that. If you want to argue all day who's the bigger victim, like, hey, you fit right in, bro. You complain all day about some shit that was from like 80, 85 to 180 years ago, 500 years ago, you know? Imagine me complaining about these old grimy tea bags raping my ancestors from back in Ireland. Imagine me pointing at an Afrocentric person every time they pass me by because the Moors invaded Sicily back in the day, you know? That would be some type of bigotry, but I just get along with most people. They don't get along with me because I say things that are real to my truth, my feeling, you know, my true heart. A lot of them will agree with me about so many things, but then as soon as I apply the logic liberally, right, now they disagree. Now they don't want to hear me out because they play on their team. They told the line for their political party, and I have a better skill, bro. You're gonna stop playing dirty. You're gonna stop playing like them and acting like you're not a Democrat. You're a Democrat, bro. You're a Democrat with a Xerxes attached because they don't have an asterisk for them. They're not satisfied with just an asterisk. They need they for a lot of it. Like I always knew there's something fishy about dressing up in costumes, begging for candy. It's a ritualistic side to it that you want to do it into your adulthood, bro. It's this never grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. You say that I'm immature when I'm not knocking on doors for candy. I'm not going on Disney tours in my 30s. I'm not doing that shit. I was out of that shit when I was in my teens, bro. I knew there was something weird about Mickey Mouseketeer fucking sexualizing kids and shit like that. Bro, Britney Spears, they always treated her weird. They put her in a schoolgirl outfit for one of her first videos, and she was way out of high school. They try to sexualize Little boys. Why is it okay for the girls to sexualize boys, but the boys' sexuality got to get suppressed? Because he might want to look at her breast. Now it's offensive. If she wants to show her breast, it's not offensive. But if he wants to look at the breast, now it's offensive. Like, leave them alone. You always got something to say about something. You need to come together and just shut your mouth. You know? You want to praise womanhood so bad, and you go at each other all day. You're the first ones going at each other's neck, claiming feminism and all this shit. When you know they disrespect themselves. But you used to be the same way, so you should try to inform them in a positive way. And you could still have some negativity come your way by doing that. You could say it in a nice way. You could joke around about it, and they still want to put you in the ground over it. Don't say it, but he did. That's what happens when you say it, right? You get shot in your fucking neck or whatever the fuck happened. While you go crying for these people, bro, I'm actually sad for that guy. I'm sad for his kids. Not his wife so much. She's trying to capitalize off this. What? Then she gets to use her kids? Well, I did it for my kids. Please, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. You ain't doing shit for your kids. You only care about yourself half the time. If it wasn't true what I'm saying, there wouldn't be a bunch of dudes complaining about how the alimony check, the child support child support check gets treated like an alimony check for them to get their nails done extra, while they got the kid walking around in some bullshit, you know? Like, you could smoke spliffs all day while the clothes are dirty. What the fuck is that about? I don't even, bro, when I'm saying to you, this is a gift, though. That's a gift. If I don't have to worry about this and that, I'm not trying to talk shit. I'm trying to say to them, I don't even want it. I don't want this all the time. I have enough restraint where I could restrict myself. I don't just go all out at once. A couple states away in a week, bro. Like, you know, it's not really, you know, you gotta waste the money on it to commute. Some people do that shit all day. I know. They came from all across the world to come commute to make money because they're not allowed to make money. The government dictates who can make the most money. That's the countries they're running from, dummy, and you want this place to turn into that? Censorship, media lying to you, not allowed to have a business, taxing the shit out of you. Got to follow all these rules and regulations and be able to afford a minimum wage instead of the least. You could have less taxation, right? There's already people that ignore noise ordinances and all these laws because nobody's gonna. So let's have more government employees but less enforcement, and everybody could just do whatever they want. But we have all these laws on the books, but they don't enforce anything that's actually making sense. No, give me a ticket because the light is missing, or stop me when I'm going 5 miles above the speed limit, even though that guy's light is missing. Everywhere I go, I see somebody with their light missing. But you ain't stopping them. You're pulling me over, and I'm happy that they don't give me a points on my license. They don't give me points on the license for a moving violation because I'm on my way to work. When I was doing that, I was late for work. You know, attitude. Duh. You act like I'm disrespectful and rude because I got some type of opinion on the internet of how I feel to protect my inner child because it's already protected, bro. I've been doing the same thing since I was 12, writing poetry, admiring art. Thankful that there's a digital art form because I can't, God forbid I make a mess. When I was a kid, God forbid you make a mess, even though the whole fucking thing is messy. Now you want to act like it wasn't a terror? You want to act like I'm lying when I didn't used to say that when I was 9 years old? Come on, bro. You're going to be this way forever? Accepting this bullshit because you need to make $1. I never had a little kid, bro. God must have kept me away from that for a reason. Because around this shit, it would be like a demon, bro. That person would have been taunted if I was like, yeah, come on. I wouldn't even invite them. I don't even like inviting some of those people around it. I remember one fucking friend over, bro. Cause of one time they tried to treat me like a dickhead. Well, I learned from that. I have discernment. Most of the time, bro. Don't just invite anybody through my door. But if I feel like I can't really trust you, then say no more, bro. I'm not. I can't blame it on them. Even if I hear them in an argument, I can't blame it on them. I blame it on me for putting myself around some shit. This one, I'm not around that one. I'm not around. You're bringing me around all of them, trying to blame it on something, and I'm like, bro, you're trying to act like I'm blaming somebody else though. When it's you doing this, it's you bringing me around this constant drama. You don't take it away from it, but you need to be around something like it. You have to have attention in some way, even if it's negative. Yo, I'm on the level of that. I think they'd rather have negative attention for some reason. They like it chaotic. They laugh at chaos because it's like, wow, I'm the least chaotic one in the room now. If there's chaos going on around me, that makes my thoughts sane. No, that makes you a fucking personality disorder psyop. That makes you like a useful idiot, a Manchurian candidate. Like all you gotta do is activate, and some shit could go wrong. Triggered, and you act like this is me. When I'm spotting it out all life long, bro, I've been spotting this out. Like, oh, I don't want to act this way. I don't want to act that way. But I don't. The thing is, when I stand up for myself, I don't expect anybody to agree. I expect them to agree in quiet, in silence. Political parties that you disagree with, you see what happens when you stand up to them, even in a nice way. You could be nice and polite, nerfing everything you say, and they still won't like it. In fact, they won't like it even more because you're actually trying to bridge a gap, especially when you do it for the Lord.